Hello there everybody, my name's Kitathi, and welcome to yet another update video, this time for March 2020. You can call this Nintendo Direct, you can call this Kid Update, I don't mind, as usual, but, I know everyone's gonna make that joke at some point, so I best just keep getting it out of the way right at the beginning. But rather than just kind of gawk around, let's jump right into it. So, starting right off the bat, I do want to apologize if my voice is really hoarse or just kind of a little out of it. I am recording this on Tuesday, where I'm still sick, my throat is still killing me, I still have a huge headache, but I want to at least get some content out for you guys, and I apologize for not, streaming as much as I normally do. I know everyone says, focus on your health, health before streaming, but I want to talk about that near the end, but I wanted to just at least apologize right off the bat for if, it sounds a little bit quieter than normal, I guess, with my voice. I'm trying to be as loud as I can, but, so on and so forth. Anywho, also something else I want to get out of the way real quick. Memberships, they are still on their way. I'm still trying to work with artists to get everything all taken care of. I'm hoping that they're going to be up and running by the end of March, but you never could be too sure. But I just wanted to hit that real quick, check that off the list of things to talk about before we jump into the big stuff, which you guys know about: streams, videos, upcoming games, so on and so forth. So let's jump right into that. So, starting off with upcoming games, we are changing things up a little bit when it comes to playing new games. As stated in February 2020 update video, Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal are going to be played. However, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon will be starting this upcoming Friday, assuming I get this out before then. If not, you guys already know that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for the Switch is going to be the Friday game, or the new game, rather. The reason we did not do Persona 5 Royal, which was coming out at the end of this month, is because of Atlas. They released their streaming restrictions for Persona 5 Scramble, and it's more than likely that this is going to also swing into Persona 5 Royal when that comes out. And I don't want to take that risk right now of streaming the game and getting a copyright strike on the channel, and then now I can't make videos or streams or anything like that. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to avoid that as much as possible, but I do have a plan to stream Persona 5 Royal in the future. My long story short about that, and Persona 5 Scramble, I am going to be streaming those games probably far in the future, say about maybe a year or so, mainly because Atlas is very strict about their stipulations when it comes to streaming, until for about a year, and then it kind of dies off because people know what's going on in the game. You saw that a lot with Persona 5 when it came out for a good year, people getting copyright strikes, so on and so forth, and then after which people started streaming it, making videos, and Atlas allowed it at that point. I do have a unique way of wanting to stream both games. They're probably going to be different than other people, streaming it kind of on a normal difficulty. I'm going to probably stream it on an extreme hard mode difficulty for both games when we get to it, because I'll already have played it. I'm not going to wait a year to play the game blind. I'll play through the game, and then we'll play through it on the hardest difficulty, so that way you at least get some rage kit involved when playing those games. But that's far in the future. Talk about this month's games, though. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I'm super excited about, because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is definitely a game from my childhood. I played so much of it when I was in elementary school. Pokemon Blue Explorers? I can't remember the name right off the top of my head, but I know it was the Blue Mystery Dungeon game for the DS way back when. I think it was DS. Gosh, it's been so long. I just know it's the blue one. And I used to play it with friends back then, so I'm super excited that this game is coming out and being remastered there, or remade, I guess, for the Switch. And it's going to be a fun time to play it. Those streams are definitely going to be super long, but I'll get to more about stream lengths in, a little bit later in this video. Animal Crossing, talking about that real quick. I know everyone's super hyped for Animal Crossing. Hearing the amount of hype in Animal Crossing is starting to dissuade me from playing it, but I love Animal Crossing, so I'm gonna stick through with it. And now I can finally talk about what I want to do with Animal Crossing moving forward for the channel. We are going to be streaming Animal Crossing for 2 months. Just 2 months, ideally. The way it's going to work, and just going to let you guys know so that way it's out there for you guys, so that way you guys know what's going on. Every day, starting from when the game comes out, we'll be streaming the game at least an hour. More than likely, it's going to be when I get home. I'll just immediately load it up. We'll do a really quick stream. It could take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. It's going to be pretty short for some of them, and then some of them could be 2-3 hours because of either events going on or so on and so forth. With that being said, your subscription feed's probably going to be exploded with a lot of Animal Crossing content, not just for myself, but for my friends and other creators as well. And while that's cool and all, definitely you're going to see a lot from me, but the reason I'm doing it on a day-to-day basis is because that's how you kind of have to play Animal Crossing. You have to do it every single day in order to get everything. And because the completionist in me got so close to completing Animal Crossing for the GameCube way back when, completionist Kit really wants to try to complete this game too. So we're going to see how it goes. We are going to predominantly focus on the single player aspect until I get things set up for Word Switch. For those who don't know, Word is kind enough to lend me his Switch so that way I can do multiplayer islands, so that way we can bring you guys on as well, and see how that works. I'm very, very skeptical when it comes to the multiplayer, because Animal Crossing multiplayer hasn't been the best, I'm not gonna lie, including New Leaf. Like, I know a lot of people really liked New Leaf, but the multiplayer was, in my opinion, it was meh. But I am gonna have Words Island just so that way we can like maybe do some multiplayer streams, but a lot of it's going to be single player and a lot of it's going to be just kind of seeing what we can do on the island. I figured 2 months is going to be a good pretty much like starting point there, and then afterwards I'll be playing it on my own, so that way we keep up with making sure we have the same visitors and so on and so forth, and then we'll do streams on holidays, and once we're done with the holidays and everything, then I'll just kind of keep up with it or kind of like archive it, because by that point we should hopefully have 100% of the game. If not, we would have gotten really close. But that's how I'm going to be streaming it. Also, I'm not streaming the game at midnight. I have this fear that Nintendo is, because in the past, you know, you can change the time in Animal Crossing, and Rossetti sometimes gets upset at that, and now Rossetti is no longer there. I'm worried, though, that if people keep abusing the time, it's going to either screw up multiplayer, it's going to screw up the Switch. I'm actually very, very paranoid about it, because Nintendo has been cracking down on people trying to abuse game mechanics for their game. You've seen it a lot with Pokemon, and I don't want to really dance around that bush. So we'll be streaming at least early morning when it comes to on the day it releases, March 20th. And then that way you guys at least see it at a good time where things are open and then we can actually explore it. I'm not going to change the time. I'm not risking that. Not at all. So that's pretty much what we're doing with Animal Crossing. And then we also got Doom Eternal that's coming out as well. That'll be streamed on the same day as Animal Crossing, so a little bit of contrasts there. I did get my hands on the collector's edition for it, so I'll be getting that good Doom mask as well. And we'll show off some goodies from that. We'll show off how things look and play through that game, because that'll be my first Doom game. But I really wanted to get this game. Something about it just shout out to me. But yeah, I'm excited to play all three of these games, and then of course the games upcoming for April, we'll announce those with the April video. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, talking about streams in general, the schedule for streaming is slightly going to change again. I know, wow, that was a weird squeak. But it's going to change slightly. I've had Wednesdays off to focus on myself, to focus on videos, and so on and so forth. But to be honest, I like streaming every single day. I like, providing content for you guys. And if I'm out being sick for a day or something, I want to jump right back into it. That's why today, Tuesday, when I'm recording this, has been super difficult, because I've wanted to get back on and be like, yo, I'm going to go stream. But my voice has been so shot and this headache is killing me. But I'm powering through it for right now, at least. But that being said, though, you guys may expect that Tuesdays and Wednesdays you might get one stream. It might be very long now compared to like the 2-3 streams that we do per day. Reason I'm thinking of doing one stream on Tuesdays and Wednesdays is that way those days we could maybe do a little bit of longer stream, and then afterwards I can get right into editing and have some time for that. Another thing that you guys may see is at least reducing one stream on Saturday or Sunday. Main reason for that is because I want to get back to some of the games I still need 100% on the channel, and I have to grind in my free time to get there, primarily Zonky Zero. And while I really, really want to play Zonky Zero, I have to grind in my free time. And because I stream so much, and I work, and I edit, I don't really have too much time to really play any games to grind. So if I take maybe 3-4 hours on a Saturday or Sunday to myself, I can easily grind in the game. That way I can get back to them, because I know people want Zonky Zero back. That was such a fun game, and I didn't complete the story yet because of how easy the game got, and I got bored, so I have to grind it in insane mode. So with that being said, you guys will probably see maybe some longer streams on Saturday to compensate, but if you guys see that there's 2 streams scheduled, don't panic. It's not like I'm trying to not do as many streams as I normally do. I just want to make sure I can also get back to the games I still need 100%. So there's that. Another thing also is longer streams. I'm going to try to aim to do streams for about 3 to 4 hours compared to like the 2 to 3 hours that I've been doing. Maybe even on the weekends going to 5 or 6, just because I have nothing to do on the weekends, and honestly I just want to keep streaming as long as I can. Now, yes, I just said that I want to do some grinding on other games in free time, so may not start immediately going for that long, but in the future, might be going to 5 to 6 hours. It might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I have some games I want to test that out with, but it should be fun. It should be a good time. And also, as far as stream schedule goes, I'm trying to work on getting a graphic for the community tab, so that way every Monday you guys will see what the projected games are, not so much the times. If you guys are in the Discord, which Discord link is in the description, you guys will see at least the approximate times of when we're going to be doing the streams, but I want to at least get a picture out every week showing what games we're probably going to play on each certain day, so that way, because I know some people want to show up for specific streams and so on and so forth. I know a lot of you are there for Splatoon, which I'll get to here in a moment, because we do have to talk about that game and Mario Maker 2. Which, yes, Mario Maker 2, we'll get to that too. But I want to at least inform you guys of what to expect, just kind of moving forward in that regard. So yeah, it's some minor changes, I would say, but to some it might be major. So yeah, just keep a lookout and keep enjoying those streams. Liking and commenting on the streams even after the streams are done definitely helps out. So feel free to keep doing that. I don't push it as much as I probably should, but yeah, I guess I am now. I'm not gonna say it every time, but I really do appreciate though if you guys do like and comment on videos, streams. It does help out the channel a lot, so I appreciate it. But let's talk about, before we go into videos, let's talk about Splatoon and Super Mario Maker real quick. So you guys may have noticed that Splatoon 2 has been kind of waning on the channel, and Super Mario Maker 2 is making a comeback. If you're actually in the Discord, you may have noticed that this weekend we're playing Super Mario Maker 2 again. Reason for Splatoon waning is just because I've been so blah at my gameplay in Splatoon 2 that I'm starting to lose focus and enjoyment from the game, because whether it's people stream sniping me, whether it's people using the same weapon as I do and then just immediately only going for me to ruin it. In the past, I didn't really care when people targeted me, but now it's gotten to the point where my gameplay, my standard of trying to show that I still can play a game, not the best, but at least well enough to make it enjoyable, it's starting to wane, and it's causing me to lose confidence that I can play Splatoon and lose my enjoyment of playing Splatoon. That's why you guys have been seeing me stream Splatoon less and less, as well as I don't want to keep using Splatoon. It wasn't really even intended as this, but there's kind of an idea where Splatoon's been this crutch for the channel to get this growth and get super popular and such. That's not what I want to do. I want to grow through playing a bunch of different games. I don't want to keep having a super massive growth spurt through streaming Splatoon every now and again just to get more subs and something. I want to stay true to myself, and I want to play variety, and that's what we're going to stick with. So I'll stream Splatoon though with I'll collab Splatoon still with people. I still want to try to do, there's Vic Vion's Fun Day Fest that I still want to be a part of hopefully one day, because that looks like a lot of fun, and I'm still down to stream Splatoon. Just you guys may not see so much Turf Wars, and I mean you're never going to see private battle videos or streams solo on this channel because I hate private battles with a passion, but you know, that is what it is. But yeah, you'll still see it every now and again, but I'm not gonna be streaming it so much because I don't want it to be, you know, I don't want to be the only reason that the channel's growing. I want other games to be the reason why the channel's growing too. It's probably a dumb decision channel growth wise, but I'm gonna stick to it, and you know, we'll see what happens. That doesn't mean it's going away forever. You know, I'll still jump back into doing some Turf War streams every now and again, but it's definitely not going to be a prime focus of the channel. If that pisses you off, you know, I understand a lot of you here just for Splatoon. And while that's really irksome to me, I'm not gonna lie, because there are some other fantastic games that are on the channel that I really want people to check out, predominantly like 428 Shibuya Scramble, which I consider the best visual novel of all time, like no lie, and even like some of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon stuff, because I'm worried some people may not like that, because it's different than main Pokemon. You know, if it upsets you that I'm not doing much Splatoon anymore, I understand. You know, you guys have the right to what you watch. I just ask that, you know, still stick by me and try to check out some of the other content, because you never know what you'll like. Even if you stick on a stream for like 10-15 minutes just to see if you might like a game, I'd appreciate it regardless. As far as Super Mario Maker 2, I want to say, we are going back to that, but I am not going to be doing viewer levels. I've talked extremely how viewer levels suck. I've criticized viewer levels into the ground. I feel like people definitely could be better at viewer levels. There has been 2 people predominantly, which is, just to shout them out, Gago and Ski Chain. Both of them are fantastic creators when it comes to levels, and those have been the level creators that I've had a lot of fun like playing their levels. Ski's especially. Ski has so much difficulty, and it's worked so well. But I'm done with people jumping into chat, dropping a level, and then leaving. So we are going to be streaming Super Mario Maker again, but we're going to be focusing on trying to build our own levels at some point, and also doing verses and maybe some co-op stuff. Maybe do some collabs too. Again, just because I had a lot more fun doing that stuff than I did playing viewer levels. Now, if there is a viewer that's going to pop in, because let's be honest, we know that people are going to come in and try to add a level, and that's okay. I understand that's what they're going to probably do. Be on the lookout for a new command, because I ain't taking that shit, and I'm not going to be too fond of people just jumping in and jumping out just so that their troll level can be added. I'm gonna start being a little bit comical with it. So be on the lookout for that. But yes, Super Mario Maker 2 is coming back. Get excited. I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. Alright, now let's talk about upcoming videos and highlights on the channel as well. So, Highlights 9 took way longer than I expected, and I apologize for that. But you guys seem to really like Highlights 9, and you guys like the subtitles, but I am dialing back on the subtitles because it just takes a ridiculous amount of time. But Highlights 10 and even Highlights 11 should be out this week. I actually started editing Highlights 10 earlier today. It's 27 minutes long, but it's not going to take nearly as long to edit because there's not too many subtitles I'm going to have to put in to make it a little bit more comedical. Or comical, I guess. Comical. But I'm glad you guys like the subtitles. I'm glad you guys are liking the highlights. And sharing the highlights, guys, also helps out a lot because they're just funny. And I do put in a lot of effort into making the highlights work, trying to fix the audio levels from how the stream sounds into recording. So, the fact that you guys really enjoy it, it does mean a lot, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoy the highlights. I do want to make some other videos on the channel moving forward. I have thrown around a few ideas that, you know, assuming I have time, which time is the biggest thing right now, and I'm trying to deal with, but we'll get to that later, a little bit later here. There's 2 ideas that I want to go into for the channel in the future, and I think it would be a lot of fun. We have me covering the entire story of some games, just kind of like clearing it up and explaining some interesting aspects of the story. We got this idea playing 428 Shibuya Scramble, mainly because the story in that game is pretty ridiculous. And people kept asking, you know, how does the story intertwine? What's the story for each character? What's the overall story? Like, there's always a lot of questions, especially for those who just jump into the stream for the first time. And that's understandable. That's completely understandable. So hopefully I could do that for 428. I also wanted to do that for AI the Somnium Files, because I know there was some confusing story stuff about that. It's just all a matter of time. And because I work a full-time job and my position at my job is super, super important, I kinda gotta prioritize the job first and then YouTube stuff. But I do want to get to that. Trust me, in the future, I do want to get to that. Even if it takes me like a year to get into those videos, I'm still going to do it for you guys because I care. Another series that I have thrown around is this original character I have wanted to create that I've been still working on his name, not gonna lie, but essentially the idea is a series where we take a character from a game, one that either I've streamed before or like a game series that I know really well, and just give an alternative character interpretation and some supporting evidence as to why this could be a alternative interpretation of the character. Like instead of Mario being the hero, it's Mario's the villain, but not just the villain, like more dastardly deeds or something. Or instead of Mario being like Italian, like something else. I don't know. It's just, I like alternate interpretations of things, and alternate interpretations of characters are usually pretty funny and can be just right off the walls, but can have some supporting evidence. So I kind of want to do that in the future. Hopefully we can, but once again, it's just all a matter of time. But I hope you guys are excited for that idea as well. There's a lot coming up, so I hope you guys are excited, as I am, because I'm pretty excited. Even though my voice is still suffering as a result, which I should talk about, and I will here in a moment. But, you know, everything's been moving forward pretty nicely, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I'm redundant. Yeah. So now there's the quote-unquote serious topic that I should talk about. Yes, I waited till the end of, what, it's like 21 minutes now, 20 minutes I've been recording this. And I don't even know where to really begin with it. I know a lot of you guys are worried about my health. I know a lot of you guys are worried about how I've kind of been seeing myself lately, especially when it comes to playing Skullgirls and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And just like the general like unhealthiness, I guess, from my like sick voice and the headaches I've been getting. I wanted to just talk about that just here at the end. Just because, you know, a lot of people probably watch the update to see, you know, gaming stuff, stream, video, so on and so forth. But I also want to talk about just what you guys are kind of concerned about and address those concerns. Yeah, I'm recording this with like a really sore throat. I'm not going to lie. A lot of what you guys probably don't hear in this is me coughing. I've been cutting out pretty much all the coughs. There's been a lot during this recording. And even though it's been like, you know, I've been recording this like in a straight series, just all in one session. You know, it puts a strain on my voice, especially with all of the games that I've had to read through recently, all the streams that I'm doing. It puts a lot of strain on my voice, but I'm used to that. So if you're thinking that the reason my voice is gone is because of all that, that is incorrect. The reason that my voice is gone is because I've done a lot more yelling, I guess you can say, compared to lately. What I mean by that is, not just in the games I've been streaming, but like in my free time, there's been games where I've been like not performing well. I've just not been doing good, and I'll kind of yell to myself about how like frustrated I am. And it happened a lot for the past 2 weeks. That alongside kind of all the reading and me just getting sick for a few days, but I did my best to hide it. Hopefully you guys didn't fully notice. Put a lot of strain on my voice and kind of affected it to where you're hearing it now. I've been powering through it the best I can, but it's not something that's like I could just sleep off or anything. I have been taking medicine to try to get it taken care of, but I'm not gonna like rest around just to like wait for it to heal. There's stuff I gotta do, so I know you guys are worried about the voice. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. At least in the voice regards. There is something else I want to talk about, health-wise, and I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Don't worry. Weird jump cut. You guys are probably about to notice because I coughed again. But you guys also been kind of a little bit worried about the fact that, you know, I've been streaming a whole lot. I've been putting sleep behind, and I've like, you know, been prioritizing my work, my actual work, and the channel more than sleep and food and such. I want to let you guys know that I am eating. I know you guys are worried about that, but don't worry. I am eating. I'm eating not like the appropriate amount of meals per day because I'm trying to like watch my calories and such. Yes, I am somebody who does that. I have been doing that actually recently now because I'm not a big exercise fan, but I do want to like not eat an exorbitant amount. But yeah, I've been kind of watching that, so I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, and also at the same time, I have problems sleeping, so when you guys are like, oh, okay, you should go to sleep by now, it's not so much that, like, I want to sleep, it's just I can't. No, it's not been more apparent than this past week. For those who haven't been for the past streams before Tuesday, like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I've been getting about 30 minutes to an hour of sleep per day, Not because like I'm going to sleep and then immediately waking up, but it's because I've like been tossing and turning and sleeping this entire time, and I can't really stop it. I don't know what's causing it. It's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that I can get it figured out. I've been trying to take like sleep medication to try to get it taken care of so that way I can feel rested when I'm actually streaming, but I don't know, it's been something weird that's been happening recently. I normally stay up like super late because I'm a bit of an insomniac, which I've already gone over, but lately it's been just kind of getting full-blown worse. So I do apologize if during streams or something I look super tired. It's not that I don't want to sleep, like, you know, I do want to sleep. Sleep is pretty important. But it's just I've been having so much trouble lately. And I think it might be akin to stress, because I'm just thinking so much, not just about channel. I kind of always am worried about the channel a little bit, because I just have so many goals for it, but might be overstepping my bounds. But at the same time, there's been a lot of like personal life stuff that has been eating away at me. There's been a lot of stuff that is on my mind that has been absolutely fucking me up. And I'm guessing that's what's keeping me awake. I'm guessing that's what's causing, because my eyes have been twitching a little bit from stress at work and while I'm streaming. It's starting to get more and more noticeable. I'm trying to do my best to hide it, but I figured, you know, at this video, I'll just come out and say it that I am stressed for quite a lot of reasons, a lot that I don't want to get into, and please respect my privacy on that. I will state your worries. Nobody died. Nobody's like, you know, bullying me or anything. Not like that. It's just other stuff that, you know, over time, it's eaten away at me, and it's kind of gotten a full blown. But, you know, the way that that helps me is streaming. Streaming helps me out. Streaming makes me happy. And even though sometimes I do put my health before, or sorry, streaming before my health, I'm always healthy in the end of the day. I'm doing my best to stay healthy. Yes, my voice sucks right now. Another weird jump cut because another cough. But, yeah, I'm doing fine. And this voice little screw up right now, that'll go away in due time. And, you know, it'll be better. It'll be better. So I appreciate that you guys all are really concerned. There's also the whole worry about how I've been seeing myself when I'm playing fighting games, or how when I'm collabing with others, which I know this video has been going on for a long time, but I just want to cover that as well real quick. I am worried about how I am when I'm streaming with others. I've talked about this after, pretty much immediately after the most recent cafe coalition with like Zombies, Otteron, Remy, Pegasus, Dragon Whip wasn't there, but he was there in spirit. Zombie, and my brain, I'm missing somebody, Joel as well. I think I got everybody, maybe. There's so many people. But I'm starting to come to terms with an idea that's kind of been thrown around, and I know my community is super protective of me. I appreciate it. But I can't really dissuade the idea that I'm kind of a toxic person when it comes to streams. Not so much when it comes to like I'm super salty all the time and like so on and so forth. Though with Undead stream recently, yeah, I got super salty at all the Mario Maker stuff because I'm not gonna lie, they were all bullshit levels. Most of them were, rather. But I don't midsperse there. What I mean by toxicity is that I feel like the person who I am and show on other people's streams and such, and even sometimes my own streams, go far. Like, of course, I know when to stop a joke short before it, like, supremely crosses the line, and I'm not one to, like, not, like, hide behind something I say. Like, I'm super vocal about things. But it's starting to become a realization to me that it's starting to make, you know, a lot of people uncomfortable when talking to me. It's making people unsure if they can trust me at all. I know there's been a big kind of trust issue because, oh, it's Kit. Kit's the schemer, and he's always plotting something, whether it's going to be a prank on somebody or something super nice. And I'm used to being called the schemer. I'm used to being, I've said this story before, at one of my old jobs, I was called Kokichioma at work because they were Danganronpa fans, and I was a natural liar because I like to mess with people to an extent where sometimes for the best, but, you know, sometimes lies got out of hand. And it's been eating away a little bit at me that, you know, I'll pop into people's streams, we'll have fun, but I definitely could sense that the chat's just so not sure what to think about me that people, I don't know, sometimes I read the chats of other people's streams, like when I'm collabing with them, and there's like this idea that I'm kind of like a negative notion around the stream, even though I want, like, my overall idea is to make people smile through gaming and happy. But I think, like, I'm such an oddball when it comes to, like, other people's streams that I don't really fit in, if I'm being completely honest. I'm, you know, a schemy person. I'm definitely somebody who crosses lines. I'm definitely somebody who's not afraid to say what I want to say. But I know a lot of my content creator friends, they're family friendly. A lot of them, you know, don't talk about certain things. A lot of people don't want to go to that point in a conversation, even though I'm not afraid to. And I've sensed the, you know, the uncomfortableness when I'm in streams. I've definitely kind of, you know, been hinted and made aware. Does it dissuade me? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. But, you know, I kind of expected it. I started YouTube not really believing I was going to make a lot of friends on YouTube, not going to lie. Especially just because of the person I am and how kind of lost a lot of trust in people throughout my life. And I know this is kind of like ranting at the end of the update, but I expected a lot of people not to trust me, even though I try to build trust. I know people probably think I'm super toxic when I come on streams and, you know, dissuade view counts and such. Yeah, I'm funny to an extent, but then, you know, I know my jokes get old. It's kind of been a confidence killer when it comes to collabing, because I'm just worried about, you know, how it's affecting the person's stream that I've been invited to be on. Whether it's zombies, whether it's Squidman, Undead, you know, I'm glad that I can, like, collab with such amazing creators, but I don't want their channels to take hits because I'm there, you know? I don't want their channels to suffer, like them to get a bunch of dislikes and such because I'm there, because I'm crossing the line. Yeah, there's the idea that I can watch what I say, but I am who I am. I don't, like, in the past I used to put on different masks and, like, hide who I was. I'm kind of done with that shit, and if people don't like me, you know, so be it. But I will be honest, it's getting to a point where I'm just worried about how it's affecting my friends' channels, to the point where if you guys don't see too many collabs lately, or, like, see too many scheduled, it's kind of just because I'm worried about my friends' channels. Especially when people raid me. That's been, like, my biggest fear, is especially when people raid me, say during Dead by Daylight, or, you know, during Splatoon, when I'm cursing and such, and talk about just random things. You know, it sometimes looks bad on the creator who is doing the raid. That, you know, they raided somebody who's talking about something that's just so off the walls, and it dissuades people and makes them nervous. It's like, wait, you're friends with this person? Why? You know, that's something that's always on my mind. So I kind of wanted to get it out there. You know, I love doing collabs. I love having people on co-commenting. Cube, Hunk, Carly, Siren, like, having them on for co-coms every now and again. It's been a blast. Collabing with Siren as well. It's been a blast. But even, like, during Super Mario Odyssey, where I'm just going straight off the walls and I get raided by, like, a good friend, and all of a sudden I'm so far off the deep end of, like, just crazy talk that, you know, a lot of people get nervous, and they're like, what the hell is he talking about? Why is he talking about food in the weirdest ways? Like, it's funny at the time, but it looks bad in a raid. I understand that. So, I don't know what the point of me talking about it was, but I'm gonna keep this in, because these are my raw feelings. I don't want anyone's channel to suffer because I'm there. If anyone's channel has to suffer because I'm there, let it be my own. Yeah. I know I'm being hard on myself, especially just because of recent events, but, you know, that's the reality of things. I cross lines. I make people uncomfortable with what I talk about. I make people uncomfortable just me being there. I'm called Kokichi. You know, kind of just have to live with it. And it is what it is. But, you know, it's not going to stop me streaming. It's not going to stop me being me. But, you know, at the end of the day, if view counts are low, people keep disliking streams and such, you know, I understand. I understand. Not everyone's going to like you for who you are. But, you know, I don't want it to affect my friends at the end of the day. Anyway, with all that being said, that probably was like big majority of the video. I apologize. I just wanted to get that out there. So, anywho, well, with that being said, well, my voice is still barely audible, and I don't know how it lasted this entire time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening, for those who listen to me rant. Thank you to those who even bothered to click on the video. I appreciate it nevertheless. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Kitathi. I'll see you guys next time for whatever's next to come. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everyone.